My name is Addison. I'm a registered dietitian and the founder of Sustained. Sustained is a program designed to help women build healthy lifestyles through science-based nutrition and behavior change. It doesn't just teach you about nutrition, it equips you with the tools to apply what you learn to your everyday life. If you're ready for a new, more sustainable approach to health and wellness, then welcome to Sustained. In my last video, I went over one of the core pillars of Sustained, nutrition. I talked about science-based nutrition education that's provided by the program and the Sustained diet. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the other core pillar, which is behavior. One thing that I feel like is lacking in current nutrition and health programs is the emphasis on how to change behavior. Obviously, nutrition education is super important because if we want to make a change, we have to know what to change. But no matter how much we know about nutrition, if our habits and our behaviors don't align with our goals, then it's hard to see any lasting change. Most of the current health programs I see are asking you to rely on motivation or willpower, and typically these strategies are not sustainable. This is why Sustained is so unique within the health and wellness space, because it not only teaches you nutrition, it teaches you how to implement this understanding through your behaviors. So one of the biggest concepts within this behavior pillar is habit. Habits are learned automatic behaviors that we form over time. They are a very useful tool that our minds develop so that we can be more efficient within our daily lives. If we didn't form habits, we would have to consciously think about every single decision and action that we make every single day. Instead, because we are able to create these habits, these decisions and actions that are repeated and reinforced become an automatic behavior, so we don't have to consciously think about them. This frees up space in our mind and preserves our mental energy. Learning how to build healthy habits is the key to long-lasting health. And we can build these habits through something called the habit loop. The habit loop was a concept introduced by Charles Duhigg in 2012 in his book, The Power of Habit. I actually have the book right here. It's a good one. But in this book, the habit loop consists of 3 parts: a cue, a routine, and a reward. In Sustained, we are going to have 4 parts in our habit loop. We're going to have a cue, a craving, a routine, and a reward. I just prefer to add the craving to this concept because it helps us be mindful as to why we participate in a certain habit. What is it that we're craving that has led us to develop this specific routine? I'll give an example of a habit loop just so you kind of understand what I'm talking about. Say your alarm goes off in the morning before work. Your alarm going off is your cue. Now, your craving could be you're really tired and you want to keep sleeping. Your routine is you hit snooze, and your reward is you get to sleep in a little bit longer. Now, this is an example of a habit loop that does not serve us. Another example using the same cue is your alarm goes off, that's your cue. But now you've been mindful of your craving and you've been able to identify what maybe isn't serving you. We're going to shift our mindset a little bit to adjust what our craving is. Now our craving might be we want to feel productive. We're craving productivity. Instead of hitting snooze, now our new routine is getting out of bed and starting our day. Our reward is the feeling of productivity and maybe a sense of accomplishment that we were able to wake up early. In my next video, I will be going into the habit loop in a lot more detail and giving you ways that you can implement this into your life, how we can use it to make good habits and break bad ones. And then another focus within this behavior pillar is mindfulness and mindlessness. We will talk about mindful eating and ways that we can be more intentional and intuitive. And we will also be talking about something called mindless eating. I feel like mindful eating is pretty popular, but not many people have heard of mindless eating. So mindless eating is typically environment driven and it usually has this negative connotation. But the good news is there are ways that we can manipulate our environment to allow us to make healthier choices mindlessly. So that is pretty much it for the behavior pillar. In my next video, I will be talking about the habit loop and going into a little bit more detail about that concept. But if you are someone that is interested in Sustained and changing your life for the better, then definitely like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.